Hi, this is Marianne with a Free Flow Wednesday for the Crafty Maven's Getaway channel. And today I did a layout about some recent musical passings in 2016. I got the idea for this page last week when George Michael passed away. He was really one of my all-time favorites, and I'm just so sad about it. And Prince was also another one of my all-time favorites. Just, the memories that those two artists alone bring back to me just remind me of my college days. And we listened to them every single day, every single hour, all the time. So I got an idea for this page, especially I might do one for celebrities too, since there's a lot of those passings, but the music really means something to me, so I wanted to record that memory. So I did get some inspiration from the mood board. I went with the black and white, and I was going to use green, but once I started to look through my papers, I remembered that I had some cassette paper in my stash, which honestly, if I didn't use it on this layout, I would probably just hoard and take it out and look at it and love it every once in a while, just because that's what I do. I really love that paper. So I decided to use some of it and love it just as much in my scrapbook. I also went through some of my scraps because I knew I had something that had music symbols on it. And a lot of my stuff is still packed away from Christmas because my space gets displaced for the Christmas tree. So I couldn't put my hands on anything new with music notes. So I went looking through my scraps, and that black one is very old by Seven Gypsies, but that is just what I needed. And I think the orange, I'm not sure who makes that orange piece of paper, but it was just in my stash. And I also used that number strip. I think it's from maybe the first collection from Echo Park. It's old. Studio Calico is the orange paper right there. So I got 4 pictures: David Bowie, Glenn Frey from the Eagles, Prince, and George Michael. Off of Google, I picked the pictures that I liked the best, printed them on my selfie. And first I was going to make this grid the way I have it, like this. And I was going to do something stark with black and white and a little color. But like I said, once I found the cassette paper, I decided to go a different way. So here I was just looking at that. Again, if I liked the grid, I kind of do like the grid, but I decided to just do kind of a shelf, what I would say the shelf design is instead. And I really liked that one strip of cassettes along the bottom because it had some orange in it and a little bit of pink. I didn't mind the pink. So I wanted that one to show. So right there, that's going to be the basic bones of my layout. And here I'm going to start to glue my paper strips, and I'm going to have some trouble keeping everything straight. So there'll be a lot of tearing up and putting back down. I couldn't get it quite as straight as I wanted to. I cut all the white off around the photos and matted them on a black strip instead. And in the process of doing so, I messed up the 2 pictures of Glenn Frey and David Bowie. Not quite the order I wanted them in, but it's still fine. It still works. It's not a problem. So yeah, I'm just going to rip off and realign several times. So I had gone through my stash and picked some items that I thought would work with some layering. I'm not going to get too crazy with the embellishments. I'm just going to make 3 clusters. I pulled out some sticker sheets and some star. They're like metal stickers. They're not brads. They just stick right on the page. And I also had some puffy stickers that had a musical note on it. And I think some sticker letters. What I wanted my title to be was Time Passages. I think it's a song by Al Stewart, maybe. I know he has passed away, not this year though. And I kept hearing that song in my head, but when I went to go write that title down, it just doesn't, I'm going to try the T there. I don't know, it just didn't seem right for this layout. So I was like, okay, I'll just write passings. And then I happened to, one of the sticker sheets I pulled, there was a word memorable on there. So that ends up being part of my title. And right here, this part of the video, you can see everything I'm doing. That's a good thing. But later on, of course, I'll move the piece of paper up too high, and then you won't be able to see as well. Something I really need to work on better. And if you can't tell, I have a cold. I have a New Year's cold. That's okay. It's going to go away as quickly as it came, I hope. And I hope you guys are all enjoying the new year. I hope you made some scrappy goals for yourselves. I think that's important. Kind of decide you're going to scrap more, buy less, spend more time crafting than you do on the internet. That's a big one for me. Sometimes I just get sucked in to the internet. So I gone through my stash and picked out some labels. I had some orange labels, which I'm going to use there, and I think that noted sticker, it had some of the right colors, the same as the cassette colors. So I'm going to use that. I layered those together there, and those are the puffy stickers I was talking about. There was one musical note, so I thought that would be perfect there. And that sticker sheet is from Basic Gray. We're no longer making scrapbooking supplies. That's very sad. And here's my book of die cuts, which I really love having. I just went through and picked something that was the same color as what I was working on. This is kind of a peach color. I'm going to say it's from, it might be from Notes and Things or Maggie Holmes or something along those lines. Probably something crepe paper. That would be my guess. And I'm just going to put one of those label stickers over it. And I had pulled this travel-themed puffy stickers from, I think it's Pink Paisley, because it said departures on there and it was in the orange family. So I decided to use that. So that cluster up there says noted departures. And I'm just going to use those metal stars. Those are also from Basic Gray. Those are pretty old. And I had also pulled this pattern paper. I'm going to cut out one of those black and white hearts. I really love that paper. It's one of my favorites. So, what are we doing here? Oh, those are blue. Strangely, my laptop just shut off, so I have to add the recording on from here. So I just used some washi tape from October Afternoon to layer underneath the sticker on top of my title. Washi tape, that's a great way to add some layering to your layout. Find a coordinating piece of washi and just layer it underneath your little bits. And that one had different color stripes on it, but I just ripped off the two colors I liked, the pink going into the peach almost. I'm going to use that sticker sheet, the word adore on there, and that sticker sheet is really old from, I think, Creative Imaginations. I know it was the Karen Russell line. And I'm going to use the word memories, I think, off of there. Oh, remember. And I'm going to put the my journaling underneath there. So I could have popped up that heart sticker, but I wanted the flat word adore just to layer on top of it. I'm going to use a little bit of washi down there too, just because I used some at the top. In the same colors, I ripped off that teal color. Let's just trim off the edge of that die cut, and the background paper I think was by Teresa Collins. And I thought I might add some buttons or some sequins to the page, so I'd pulled those, but those don't end up making it. And I used some more of those metal stars towards the bottom. Of course, I'm going to end up with some enamel dots. I'm going to try some different colors first, but I'm going to settle on black. First I thought maybe some orange. I don't really have the right color orange. Every one I tried was the wrong tone. So I'm going to go for black. I don't have all the right sizes that I need though. Well, I'm sure that I have it in there somewhere. But when I was digging through quick, I couldn't quite put my hand on it. So I'm just going to make do with the ones I pull. Yeah, that peach is wrong. So I'm going to go for black. I didn't have any really little ones. That's what I wanted. I think I only had one, which I put down at the bottom. I'm just going to fill in. And now I have an even number of embellishments up top, which I would rather have an odd. So my sticker sheet was out, so I just found like the dot to an eye and stuck that over there. I could have also gone and found my black mist, but I didn't feel like being as messy on this layout. So I'm just going to write a little bit on the bottom of the page here. My journaling says, such a sad year for music. Artists that were near and dear to my heart left this earth. David Bowie, Glenn Frey, Prince, George Michael. It's hard to put into words what their music meant to me, but they were the soundtrack to my growing up years, high school, college, and beyond. Hearing their music transports me back in time. I am sad they are no longer living. So that's what I'm going to write there. And then my page is done. And I'm glad I documented it. It was on my mind to do, and I got it done. So I hope you find some crafty time in the new year.